Deshdrohi was released in 2008 and is produced by Kamaal Khan, was written by Kamaal Khan, and stars, hold on, yep, Kamaal Khan. Now usually I tell the plot of the movie right about here after I introduce what the movie is, and yeah, just I don't know what the plot is. I really don't. I looked up multiple reviews. I've seen the movie. I don't know. So let's just start. So when this movie starts, I'm already done with it because of how KRK runs throughout the entirety of this film. Seriously, Tom Cruise wishes he could run like Kamaal Khan. So KRK is bleeding to start the film, but it's okay. He gets it patched up and he eats a little snack and he has enough time to hear how corrupt the city is. What kind of criminals talk about their criminal activity out loud, like they don't want people to hear, yet they're shouting it outside saying, hey, you know what we should do? We should sell these drugs to kids. Go by the high schools. That's a perfect plan. So then robbers come a little bit later and start taking everything, including the juice. You know, you have to keep up your vitamin C when robbing people. So then the robbers end up getting their butts whooped by a character named Sonia, who is the other main character of this movie. And while she is doing that, KRK decides to make some questionable noises. Yeah, let's also get this out of the way. KRK is not a good actor. I mean, I'm trying to be nice here, but there's no other way to put it. He can't do anything. He can't act. There's no emotion. He can't dance because of very limited mobility. He sucks. I mean, look at him. This was a poster for the movie. They put this out there. Now look, I'm not saying I'm cool or I'm a great actor or anything like that, but this ain't it. So after this action sequence, what happens? Do we learn more about the characters? Do we learn more about the movie or how corrupt the city is? No, we just go straight into a romance song for no reason whatsoever. And yeah, let's talk about the music. It's there. I don't know why every song is a romance song. Makes no sense to me whatsoever. Nobody can dance though. The choreography is terrible. Everybody is just bad at dancing, and it honestly looks creepy. And yes, I'm talking about KRK. He can't dance. He dances like every uncle at a wedding that's trying way too hard to fit in with the young crowd. So it was painfully hard to watch him dance. And yeah, Raja, who is KRK's character in this movie, he has count him two love interests in this movie. And yet, I must remind you again that KRK wrote this film. So of course, he has two love interests in this movie, but that's neither here or there. One of the love interests, there's no point of her. There's no point of her. She really shouldn't have been in the movie. I'm thinking about the plot, thinking about how everything went down. No point of her. There was no point of her whatsoever. She was only in there to add more music. That way we could figure out how to add more songs to the movie, and that way KRK has another love interest. That's it. So Raja has a tough life because his father hates him, because his father thinks he's a nuisance, he doesn't amount to anything, he doesn't do anything right because they're farmers, but Raja's grandfather loves him very much. But I hate to say this, why am I on the dad's side? Because he can't do anything. His only job every day is to go to the market, pick up fertilizer, and bring it to the farm, and he messes it up every single time. Now, don't get me wrong. I agree with the dad, but the dad at some point has to realize, dude, you know what? Just sit there. I'll go get it myself. Like, he's been doing this for like, what, 10 years, and he always messes up something. Just at some point, dad, put him on the bench, you know? Just bench him and get somebody else to take his place. Also, KRK was 33 when they filmed this, and he's supposed to be in college in this movie, so I'm guessing he's like, what, in his 18 to early 20s? It doesn't matter. I just wanted y'all to know that. So Raja comes to Mumbai because he wants to find his friend, because he was chased out of the house because his grandfather died and his dad was like, this is the last straw, you suck, you need to leave. So he did. He left. He went to Mumbai because he found out his friend was uber rich. But when he finds his friend, he finds that he actually is not rich and is simply just a security guard. Now, what makes no sense to me is that when he sits down with his friend, Raja reveals that his dream is to become a police officer, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's a great job to have. But people keep telling him to forget that. They're like, you can't be a cop. But he said he graduated college. Didn't he go to college to become a police officer? I don't understand why people keep telling him. He went to college to get the education. I don't understand why it would be so hard for him to even try out for the academy. Like, at least try out or something, but he doesn't even go out of his way to try out for it. He doesn't do anything to even try to become a police officer. And what makes me laugh is that Raja's friend tells him, hey, look, I can get you a security guard job. But Raja's like, I will never, ever lower myself to have an occupation like that. I spit on people that dare become a security guard because I am not to their level. I'm above them. So he picks a more reasonable job by running a fruit stall. A fruit stall. So while he's running the fruit stand, these gangsters come up and start beating him up because they're like, hey, you need to sell our drugs. And he's like, no, I'm not going to sell your drugs. So they end up beating the crap out of him. And Raja spends like a third of this movie on the ground. Like, he is getting his butt whooped every single time. And this man wants to become a police officer? He wants to join the military? Sonya comes in again for the save. And then Raja gets up and he's like, huh, maybe I can fight back. And then he ends up becoming like this master martial artist and starts beating everybody up, and he ends up Johnny Caging someone's nuts. He eventually accidentally kills one of the gangsters, and he's like in a depressed state. He's like, I wish I died before I ended up killing somebody. How could I kill somebody? How could I do that to some other human being? Dude, again, you want to be a police officer and you also want to be in the military. Do you not know that police officers and people in the military are in constant shootouts? I'm starting to think you don't know what a police officer does. So there's this chase sequence that's happening because everybody's trying to get Raja, and the person that is chasing Raja is Encounter Specialist Rajesh Sharma. And how do I know that it's Encounter Specialist Rajesh Sharma? Because every time Encounter Specialist Rajesh Sharma is on screen, he proceeds to tell us that he is Encounter Specialist Rajesh Sharma.
Rajesh Sharma, Encounter Specialist.
Encounter Specialist Rajesh Sharma को दी है.
Encounter Specialist Rajesh Sharma.
Getting annoying, isn't it? I know. Now try watching the movie. So in the chase sequence, Raja decides to kill a bunch of people. Now, I just told you that 5 minutes ago, he was like, how could I possibly kill another human being to, oh yeah, let me just become the Terminator and start mowing down police officers and gangsters. It's just flip-flop writing. That's one of the things that annoys me. Is I can't even talk right now. I can't even talk because I'm so frustrated. That's one of the things that annoys me the most about this movie is that they can't even consistently stay with how these characters act. It's like 1 second they're like this, and another second they're like this. And that is one of the more annoying things about this movie. So after he murders like 6 police officers, it cuts to them eating dinner and like laughing and having a good time, and then we cut to a romance song. Like, what are we doing? What is the pacing of this film? Why is every song so happy? We're talking about racism and corruption. Every song is a happy, romantic song. Like, what is going on here? Now look, I'm not saying KRK is a bad writer. I'm saying that he's a terrible writer. He shouldn't be near a piece of paper, let alone a movie set. By the time that romance song came on, we were only halfway through the movie, and I had to pause the movie. I had to go outside and just take in fresh air and question every life decision I ever made that led me to watching this dumb movie. So eventually the 2 main characters go to a safety blanket that Sonya has. His name is Rama, I believe. And Rama says, okay, I can help y'all, but first you have to take down the food minister. I'm pretty sure he's the food minister, if I'm not mistaken, okay? What? What are we doing? Why are there so many plots? There's so many plot points. None of them have finished. What is this movie? So Raja easily passes by security. And mind you, his face is on national television as the most wanted man in India. And none of the security guards recognize him. Whatever, whatever at this point. So then he tells the minister, like, listen, I have to kill you or they're going to kill my girlfriend. But then the minister's like, hey, why don't you just say you killed me, but you really didn't. Just lie to them. And then Raja's like, oh yeah, I could do that. Like, yeah, why didn't I think of that? Why did KRK write his main character that he is playing to be the dumbest character in the movie? So Sonya was trapped by these other gangsters because they threatened him saying, listen, you need to take down the food minister, so we're gonna keep Sonya captive while you go do that. But then Sonya escapes out of a 2-story window because she had the biggest window in the world and didn't lock the window. She just easily climbed down. The dumbest villains ever! So the big twist in this movie is that they hire a new person to take down Raja, and surprise, it turns out that the new gangster is Shekhar, who is the security guard, his best friend that pretended to be rich but's not actually rich. He is the all-time assassin person that they hire to take down other people. And then we get what is quite possibly the most iconic sequence of this entire film. It's so perfect. The cinematography, the dialogue, the oh! It's just perfect. It's all trash, and I love it. What people don't talk about after is that Sonia randomly finds a wheelbarrow and is like dragging him to the hospital, and the entire time he's just like holding his stomach going, like it's acting like he's having a baby instead of, you know, being riddled with bullets. So then we get another big twist. The minister that ends up helping Raja actually is the big villain of the movie, and then sends Kalia, you know, Shaker, to kill Raja again. Now bear with me here, I have to write this down because I can't memorize this. Okay, so the minister tells Kalia to kill Raja, then the minister tells Baba Kadam to kill Kalia, and then they alert the police to kill all of them anyway. What? Let's skip ahead because it's getting dumber and dumber. Okay, so Shaker eventually, you know, turns good. He was like, hey listen, you're my friend. I'm going to help you now. Okay, whatever. So Raja and Shaker are a team again, but then Shaker dies, and this is how he dies. Why do people die like this? It's always in the bad movies they do that. They'll just like, all of a sudden they just So then we cut to the final fight. Raja's big plan is he straps a bomb to his chest and forces all the politicians on national television saying, oh, you don't want me to explode? Then sing the national anthem of India. And they all don't know it. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna kill all y'all. What? But then the movie ends with him talking to the media. And he says, no, listen, I'm no hero. In fact, I want to be hanged. I want to be hung. Like, I deserve the death sentence because someone like me deserves to die. You don't want people like Raja, okay? You want good people in this world. And then the credits roll. Did you hear me? The credits rolled. I had to make sure. I had to watch the movie again. I had to look at other films. I was like, there's no way this movie ends like that, right? No, it ends like that. After everything I've been through, the movie, and it doesn't even give me a satisfying conclusion of seeing him either die or the government saves him or something like that or a good message. No, he's dead. After everything I've been through, he just dies. And they don't even give me that. He just says, no, I deserve to be hanged. Roll credits. Oh my God. Just F. Just this, you know this movie gets an F. It's an F. It's one of the worst movies I've ever watched. Why do I keep doing this to myself? Every Bakwas Bollywood movie review I do, I always keep saying, this movie's the worst. This movie's the worst. This movie, I need to stop doing it. I need to stop doing it because I keep lowering the bar and somehow they keep lowering it for me. I don't know how it's possible, but I keep watching some of the worst movies ever put to film. I need to stop doing this to myself. I need to watch some good movies again, you know? Be happy with myself instead of watching this crap. Yeah, this movie gets an F. I'm done. I'm done. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you next time.